Okay. I am done with all the little setup stuff. We'll move over to here. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. I'm taking something that one of my subscribers here said, that before I start a whole army, I should finish my current army. And that's what I'm going to do. So for the next couple months, I'm going to non-stop focus just on building up my backlog of models. So I'm going to go through and build every single box of Space Marines that I have in storage for the whole year's worth. I did just post something in Discord about what my collection looks like and all that, or at least what most of it looks like. I am being blind. I'm missing my snips. That'd be very important to have. Did I put them somewhere else? What the hell? What did I do with them? Huh. Wow, that is odd. I swear I had them on this desk earlier because I was working on stuff. Okay, well, my plan is to work on them. I have to find them and all that, so give me a second. That box. Throw them in this one randomly? Feels heavier than it should be. No, we did not. Wow, what did I do with them? That is so odd. So I'm on the phone with a friend, and now they're just not here. Did I drop them? It's fine. I do have a spare set, so that's fine. I will find them at some point in the future. But that is why I have a second set. Not as good as the ones I have been using, but we make do. God, I haven't used these in so long. But let's just get going with everything I got. Do I want to keep this arm or do I want to switch it out? I might do something different with it. Who knows? I'm doing well this evening for anyone that is curious and all that. This feels like the music is way too loud. At least it's loud in my ear. There. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's not really anything new going on. Or any of that. I've kind of realized I gotta work on some actual stuff and not just stream all the time. Not that I don't enjoy streaming, but I wanna see this channel grow. Will that fit? Or do I gotta cut it? I gotta cut that off. So that's a random piece. I gotta sit and write down the actual chapter lore. I think I gotta go through and see how many captains I have in my collection. I feel like I have more than 10 captains currently, and that is not Codex compliant. If I have 10, then I have a captain for every company, and I'll have to figure out, or I have to actually put all my models into different companies. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be a fun thing to do. But I'm not sure if I should make this whole challenge or not. Try to like get these finished within like 3 months or something like that. And when I say 3 months, it's like built and painted all within that amount of time. Because I think after the stream or the next few days, I'm going to add everything up and figure out how many points it is exactly. And know, like, what I need to... Well, I just mostly know how many points I have and what I could improve upon, because I have a lot of infantry. I don't have a lot of tanks and all that. I think I have, like, 4 dreadnoughts. I have 3 built. And then I got a Brutalis and a Redemptor in box. And then I got 2 tactical war suits. So it doesn't really feel like I have a lot of models and stuff. Will those fit together? I think those will fit together. But I think for tonight, I'm going to try and definitely finish up this character. And try to get... I got some Hellblasters on the side here that I also want to finish up and get done. I have like half of them already built, so I got like 5 more to do out of that batch right there. Had to check some technical stuff and make sure everything was all set. Is there any mold lines I missed? That's the thing I realized. I take so much time, like, cleaning on the model. Ooh, I need to decide. Do I want to make this a melee guy? I remember at the time what I wanted to do for this guy. I think I wanted to make him my company champion. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do for this guy, but I know it runs more like a chaplain. I think I'm still gonna... I might be able to cut off the staff or do something different. Do I have a spare sword? I don't think I do. Oh, but I have the Space Wolf upgrade sprue. So... that's the Salamander 1. There it is. Cool. So what I'll steal from this is the axe. I could steal the chainsword from it as well, but I'm going to steal the axe. I'll cut off the wolf iconography and use that axe. I think that'll be perfect for what I want. What I'm looking for. I love these little upgrade sprue bits. I should definitely buy some more like 3D printed bits here and there, because there are some really good ones out there. Almost. Cool. Throw that in the trash. That's what I want. This is what I want. I'm definitely going to save that hand for another project in the future. I think I'll glue that onto the staff to begin with and then go from there. Just set that over there because I don't want to lose it. And now, let's see if I can clip away the wolf stuff. At least I'll try to. You know, I kind of wish GW would sell an actual, like, power axe bit. Not just, like, with the Space Wolves and all that. Because I think the Space Wolves are the only ones that I've seen use axes. I get it. They're the Viking-themed Space Marines, all that. They use axes, but, like, you know, an axe is actually much better to get through armor than a sword in general. Really, the best weapon through history to get through armor has been the Warhammer. At least the ones that had a hammer side and a spike side. So that you could spike into your enemy or you can crush it. Because really when you're trying to go through a person in armor, you want to more... You can't cut the armor. You can definitely dent and crush it. And that blunt force trauma does a lot more damage to a person than I'd say cutting it. Not that I have been hit with a sword in real life through armor or a hammer through armor. So I'm just a squishy flesh bag. But that is the... I guess, like, through the years, like, why certain tools and weapons have been used for combat over and over again. I know the sword is, in our minds, a symbol of war and battle and a very noble weapon. But it's not the most efficient. And we're nothing but efficient at bonking each other. I'm sure there's some really good, like, 3D printed sculpts and stuff out there for this kind of stuff. But I don't mind just clearing up the axe a little bit, getting rid of the wolf iconography, just to get myself a nice looking axe. I am leaving the runes and the hammered edge look. I like the frost effect and stuff that a lot of Space Wolf stuff has. I know I don't need any more models, but I really do want to grab the Space Wolf Terminators that have like the big like axe bit on them and run those as like some assault marines for my army. Okay, there. These GW clippers are not the best. They really don't cut, as they more just kind of wedge their way through the models. I'll have to make sure I glue that on. And I gotta clean that up and make that look like it fits. I don't know, Neo, but honestly, it's a Tuesday and everyone's probably busy. You're all good, Neo. It's good to see you here. I hope you're enjoying your week so far. I decided that I need to work on my entire backlog of Space Marines before I actually commit to doing a whole other army. So for the next few months, I think I'm going to focus on getting these guys built and painted together. Ooh, cool. I look forward to seeing it. I love Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors are my favorite Chaos Legion. Oh, Chaos Warband Legion, all that. Hey, Jake. So, I'm taking your advice, by the way, Jake. I am not moving away from Space Marines yet. I'm going to finish all my Space Marines before I move on to a new army. And I have a lot, and I mean a lot, of Space Marines to do. You're right in that aspect. I didn't realize how many I had until I took a picture of it. And just saw, with it all being piled together, how many models I've collected and I need to finish in my backlog. I need to find my other snips. These are not making me happy. But I don't know what I did with them. Yeah, I'll be honest, I actually forgot a couple boxes. I forgot that I had this squad of Hellblasters sitting over here. I have a squad of Blade Guard. And I have 2 boxes of Crusader squads that I need to put together. Well, technically one of them was in the shop. I found one of my boxes that's been missing, and my Black Templar upgrade sprue. It was inside my Space Wolf box from the last time I worked on those guys. And I think, did I miss anything else? Oh yeah, and Inner Circle Companions and Deathwing Knights were not in that picture. Like, I still have a few that need to be built. So, I think if I give myself, what should we say, like 3 to 4 months to get everything built and painted, you think that's enough time? Keep it in your pants, bud. Keep it in your pants. We might have children here. We don't know. I will add up all the points. That's their... Why is it their fault for being here? I'm okay if there's like... This is a stream for everybody, not just one age group. Even though I will admit this hobby seems to be very heavily directed toward adult men from the ages of 20 to like 80. This is a stream for the Grand Queen one, actually? No, this is a stream for the Emperor. We are here for the Emperor. We are not for any Chaos Gods. We fight back against the Chaos. I know the music might not be too chill, but I feel like I just need a little bit of a switch up. And kids do not serve the Emperor? You put yourself in that one. I should probably censor what you just said. Everyone serves the Emperor. Man, woman, and child. They will grab a las gun and they will fight for the Emperor. They will become the sword and shield that the Imperium needs in its darkest time. See, no, you serve GW. You don't serve the Emperor. GW likes you buying the plastic kits. The Emperor just wants you to... Well, he wants you to go out there and fight the heretics and the Xenos. And the, mutant. That we are. That we are. Wait. Does this sword actually go upside down? Does it actually? Hold on. I feel like something here is screwed up. Something here is screwed up. Is there another arm that I'm supposed to... Oh, there is another arm that I can do. So this one doesn't get used. This is the arm I want. But knowing that's there, I can either do one of these pistols or do... Well, I can't do this one, but I will save that for the future. Oh, so I will say if you are a Space Marine player, more apt if you are a Dark Angels player, but also if you like having the cloth in between your models to begin with. This is sounding weird. To get my point across, instead of spending $80 on the Space Marine Scout Kill Team box, or just Space Marine Scouts, because they are like $80, I would recommend buying, and you can get yourself an assortment of models. I'll grab it real quick. Buy yourself a Crusader Squad box. You will get 4 neophytes, which can be run as, which I'm going to run them as Space Marine Scouts. You then get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 models that I would run as intercessors, or even assault intercessors if you can have the extra parts and all that. And you get yourself either something you can run as a lieutenant, or run it as a captain, or get 3 of them together and you can get yourself some Blade Guard vets running that way. So that's my recommendation. And those are like, I think that was $60 when I bought it compared to that. The Bear Neophyte arms look good on Tacticus and Phobos armor. Ooh, good to know. I will keep that in mind, because I think I'll have a couple spare bits of those. But I will admit it is 4 models instead of 5, so it wouldn't be a full squad. And then buying 2 boxes, you're only getting 8 models compared to the 10, so you're really spending 120 at that point. But I'd say you get yourself, well, just getting one of those boxes if you just want some of the models. If you want more than that, then you probably should switch and get the other box. Or the other one. But yeah. For Iron Warrior... for Iron Warriors, I'm going to kit bash some turrets and put them on his shoulder. Ooh, nice. And what's up, Ando? I know you deleted the message, but on the menu today is my entire Space Marine collection. My entire Space Marine collection. I am going through and building every single model that I have backlogged, and then eventually I'm going to paint every single one before I move on to another army. So taking what Jake said in the last build stream, I'm going through and I'm going to finish an army before I move on to another one. So I'm just going through and I'm doing my backlog. I'm gonna try and complete this within, I think, like 3 months to get everything built and painted. To build everything, I think I can do that easily. Well, thank you. I need it. I need the luck. Because I do have a picture. I'm sure some of you saw. I'm going to actually download it and show chat for future people that want to see. Where is my image? There's the image. Where is it? I just downloaded it and I need to... Ah, there it is. Okay. This is my entire Space Marine collection up above. Finished and unfinished. It's missing probably like 3 to 4 boxes out of this entire thing. But yeah. To kind of show it off, there's a lot of big walker tanks I gotta do. We got the Tomb World Kill Team box in the back. That's in there just because of the 2 other Deathwatch, or the Deathwatch kill teams in there, and I threw in the other Space Marine kill team there as well. And I'm counting that within my army list. Within the blue and green totes are the models that I have built but need to be painted. So, yeah. I think there's probably some that can get a little bit touched up here and there, but yeah. That is... that whole list. And I didn't realize I had so many until very recently. Why is that not on there? Is that... Why'd they do this 2 separate things? Like, is it an option to put something else on there? I am also really confused where my clippers went. Like, not these. I have a pair I actually like somewhere. So, I think I'll be able to do it. The thought was always, every time I got a box, it was going to be content for like a video or something. And I just never got around to making videos on that kind of stuff. So it just kept piling more and more and more. And now I'm at this point. I really should have stuck with the rule because you can always buy things later. It is a good rule to first build and then paint the models and then go buy new ones once you have those first ones done. No one ever listens to that rule. That was my rule when I first started, and then I just kept going on from there. The problem, I would say, for me is that I got really indecisive on what I wanted my paint scheme to be. So I thought I had one down, and then I just wasn't happy with it. And then I get more models and all that stuff, and I'd come up with a paint scheme, and I test it, and I wasn't happy with it. So now I'm actually happy with my paint scheme, and I will keep this paint scheme. Don't glue my fingers together. In the Discord, if anyone does post their own armies and stuff, I will show it off next stream, or at least like the next 2 streams. I want to do a segment on. I wanted to actually do it on Wednesdays. I wanted people to like show off the projects and stuff that they're working on, and then I'd share it on stream for like a little bit. I'm actually going to switch over to, because I could use the skull mask, but I don't want to. Oh, that's fully fine. It doesn't have to be your arm. The initial idea was just people to show off what they had. Like, what projects were they proudest of? And then I decided, you know, today, like, oh, I want to see everyone's armies. Like, what do you guys got? But if you have a couple models you just want to show off because you're proud of them, show them off. I want to see them. Okay. There's a lot of hooded Space Marine model or heads, and I like that. I need to decide which one I want to use. Honestly, we're probably going to go with my last Blade Guard head. I need to learn how to make hooded Space Marine heads, because to go spend $35 on one of these upgrade sprues just for a couple heads or certain parts is going to be expensive and annoying. But this is a really nice upgrade sprue to begin with, so I am also okay with it. Oh, that's cool. Show you guys that, if it'll focus. I got the helmeted head on that, and that I think looks really cool for the Space Marine. Where is my... There it is. Okay, I'm going to set these over there. And on the purity seals, I got to do his shoulder pads. Ooh. I probably should take the time and actually strip the symbols off of this one. I don't have the box for these anymore, but this was one of the Black Templar characters that came out not too long ago. I think this is like their special chaplain that can be run as a full melee set or with like a flamer or pistol. But I'm choosing to run him as... I'm probably going to make him like company champion and all that stuff, but... I have used it before. I used it on oh god, I can't remember its name. It's a custodian model. It's their character one that you can run with like one sword or two. It worked out pretty well. It was weird to get used to using the first time, because it's a very thin nozzle, and it still holds them all together. It does melt the plastic, so it's a much stronger hold than like regular super glue, because like I'm just using like crazy super glue. It took a while for anything to come out the nozzle, because you have to hold it, like, I think at a weird angle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it works. It works fine. I haven't used Tamiya's glue either. I've heard that's good, and I know you said you're running out of that. Um, so will I recommend it? Yes, but you know, just be cautious with it because once you glue it down, there's no taking it apart. You're destroying the model at that point if you want to pull it apart. So that is the only warning I will give. Razzie, you missed the hobby stream. I got some more cosplay stuff done during one of these streams. You missed it. But I hope you're doing well. Get this all cleared off. Yeah, there was. Not this stream. The stream before I did a Hobbycraft stream. What day was it? I think it was Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday. Sunday I did it. Do you want to see what I made? I'm going to show it off anyways. I'm going to show it off anyways. I have it still on my desk. So, I took a Nerf gun. I have the real one here somewhere. And I turned it and I made it this. I took a blue and orange Nerf gun and made it like this. Well, everyone seems to be going through a sickness right now. But yeah, this is fake. Before YouTube freaks out, this is all fake. But yeah, I'm very happy with it. I need to drill a hole. There's so many things I forgot. I need to drill this and stick a magnet in here. I forgot I wanted to cover up all these holes with like putty and stuff. So yeah, I got that finished up, and I have a second one that I want to do. I also forgot I wanted to make that one be able to shoot, but then I wrapped it and glued everything on it and realized, oh, I can't put the parts to make it shoot on there. Yeah. I probably should. There was orange on the barrel to begin with. For the fact that I only plan on using it if I do like cosplay film set stuff, it's going to sit off to the side. Also, Razzie, if I can't, I don't remember correctly. Besides Krieg, you also paint Black Templars, correct? Because if you do, I'm probably doing a little bit of blasphemy. I think in general, if I'm going to like take it to a con or something, I'll like stick a big orange tube or something on it. Just so that people know. Although probably some cons will probably be like, yeah. Well, I'm doing a bit of blasphemy. Wow, I know I can say that word. I'm not saying it right at all. I am defacing the Black Templar symbol. Is why I bring it up. I'm defacing it because I want it clear so I can paint my own. Because I took one of the Black Templar models and I'm making it my own unique character. There are many ways to do it. Yes. I will check the rules because it is very important that I follow the rules. I do not want to get in trouble. Yeah, a lot of it is layers, or if you want to be quick about it, you can do speed paints or contrast paints. I have two black speed paints that I really like using. I like using the from Citadel, the Black Templar. Uh, oh yeah, so always do your research, always learn. Um, but it's also good to know, Razzie, because I do not want them to destroy my hard work. I will definitely read and check rules, because if it's one of those things where it's like, yes, you can. Probably also good to like message beforehand, too, to be like, hey, I have this thing. It's always important to check the rules on any event you usually go to, because like people are there to have fun, and it only takes one person to ruin the fun for everybody. Oh, I did do some research today on how to use EVA foam or foam in general for like armor and stuff like that. I watched a couple videos on like the tools you'll need and like what you should do when it comes to that. Russian banner was good. Simple techniques for white armor. Is that a name of a channel that posted that video or made a video on it? Okay. I think I got that one cleared up enough. You know what I probably should do? I should probably watch some other like small content creators and get active in their communities. I just haven't. Yes, he has the holy sponge of weathering techniques as well. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I will have to check it out very much. Oh, the sponge. Actually, sponging came in very handy when doing that prop pistol. It was very useful to get the rough looking effect that I wanted on it. Okay, now I need to put on his book and the pistol. I don't know where the pistol's supposed to go. Let's get that cleaned up. Ooh. I think what I will do in the future to figure out what model I work on when I complete one is I'll put every single model I have into this big spinning wheel website, and before stream I will spin it, and whatever it lands on is what we end up building that stream. I think that will be fun. Where does this go? Ando says, for my Nid army, I started using dusting/weathering stuff for their armor, and it looks amazing. I just need to focus on their skin. Very lumpy, especially on their chest. Ooh, I want to see pictures if you got any. And then Razzie says, did you ever hear the story about the guy that had the Black Templar flag in the back window of his truck in the UK? No? What? I've not heard about that. What happened? Was it like a big, like, racist thing? Like someone called him a racist or something like that? Oh, I found out where the pistol's supposed to go. Sweet, pistol goes right there. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that book. I know it's supposed to be for a chaplain, but I actually randomly like the idea of... He got pulled over by police for having an Iron Cross hate symbol. Hold on. I know what the Iron Cross looks like. I'm looking it up to compare the two. Okay. So, I look up Iron Cross. I see the image of the Iron Cross. I look up Black Templar. One of the images with it is the Iron Cross. I'm like, what? Yes, they are very similar. They are very similar in look, but I'm concerned that the Iron Cross is like one of the pictures you find on Google for Black Templars. That is worrisome. Oh, jeez. I fully refuse to ever use AI in any of my stuff. I understand it has its uses for some people and all that stuff. It's not something I want to use or rely on at any point. I think I'm going to throw the book, like... What part... Like, where does it go? I'm going to throw it there. I'll glue it there, see how it stays. No, I understand all search engines have AI in it now. And all stuff. I'm more thinking for my own creative work. I never plan on using AI. I don't want... So, like, if I'm ever writing, like, a story, or when I eventually do write stories for my chapter, even though it would be easier to, like, put in the chat GPT and all that stuff, I don't want to do it. I want to throw in my own creativity, my own words to it. I don't want to use it for making videos or any of that stuff. It's just not... There's no human touch at that point. And again, I get it. It's in every search engine nowadays. Like, it's in Google search engines. It's in Firefox. It's in, like, Yahoo search engine. It's in everything. But people are having problems with it, especially when it comes to, like, writing in a Google Docs. And they've made it now, at least is what I saw in a few videos. So I haven't really tested because I haven't written in a long time. That there is AI that uses spell check now has AI in it. And that is sad, concerning for me, because I can't spell that well just in general as a person. So knowing that I use spell correct for that stuff, I'm like worried. I'm like, oh, am I actually spelling it correctly now? Or am I using it whatever it thinks I'm trying to spell? I don't know. I'm going to grab some cork for this. Like that. Okay. Let's do that for the base. Keep that glued. Ooh, I should probably pull out some... I could do Mod Podge, I guess, or I can just super glue it down. No, I'll do the Mod Podge. It'll stick better. Whew. That's some smelly stuff. Look at how much that smells when you don't use it after a while. Now, just set that down right. Oh, that really sponged out. I used too much, but I'll leave it. Actually, can I move it around a little bit? There. Now, I'll take this. And I'm going to throw it in... Throw it on top of the base, and that way I know this guy is done. That will sit there. Cool. Now, I'm going to move over to do some Hellblasters. Or I could finish 2 more Blade Guard that I have there. But really, I think I want to do these Hellblasters. I've had half of these guys, I think, built for a while. Now I just need to do the other half. The problem is I don't have their thing anymore, so I'm going to guesstimate on every single top. And for their arms as well. No. Okay. I figured... Well, I did grab all the Space Marines I had in storage, and mixed in with the Space Marines were the rest of my Custodes. So I could add another 1,000 points to my Custodes army while I have everything here. Not saying tonight, but just for the year. That's not going to match up. Shite. I'll have to cut every single one out and test it. Ooh, okay. I know not everyone here plays Magic, but have anyone seen the new, like, commercial for the Magic the Gathering sets coming out? If you have, agree with me or not, isn't it really creepy? Like, to me, it gave me the Uncanny Valley feeling. Okay. Like, I know this is not the biggest Magic the Gathering group here, but if you ever seen, oh god, was it like, I think it's something Crystal, like Dark Crystal was the name of a movie back in like the 90s. They made like a TV show for it to kind of finish up some stuff. It was very heavily puppeted, as well. Say, like, it's all, there's no humans, it's all 100% puppets. Well, in the most recent, like, commercial that they made, they're basing it off of, like, Dark Crystal. So the puppets are these, like, weird elf goblin combination things, and it just threw me off. It was like, I hate what I'm looking at. I want to physically remove what I'm seeing from, like, from me. And I watched it all. I'm like, okay. Interesting. It's weird. It's weird and I don't like it, is the main takeaway. But the whole thing was a musical as well. Like, the whole thing was like two worlds separated by this barrier. And both, like, a creature from either side, which is the opposite half of, like, the other, wants to explore that side. One wants to do a bunch of evil, destructive things. The other one wants to, like, just go on an adventure. No, I'm talking about the new Magic the Gathering commercial that came out for, like, the newest sets. It's not out yet, but they made a commercial, and it is mostly based off of Dark Crystal. I believe is the name of the movies from, or like a movie at first. Let me just look it up and make sure I'm, like, correct. Yeah, it's called The Dark Crystal. The name of the movie was called The Dark Crystal. They made, God, even the puppets from that movie are kind of creepy. Way too, like, trying to make them look human but not human. Not a fan of the way those puppets look. Not a fan of that. Sorry, I'm going on a little tangent because it's like the most recent thing I saw, and I just got the heebie-jeebies, is all I gotta say. I'm tempted to play it here just to show you guys, but it's also like, not while you guys are here, but eh. Go look up like Magic the Gathering, like, new commercial, and then come back and, like, let me know what people think of it. Like, am I just the only one that finds it creepy? Okay, that one doesn't match. Does this one match? Nope, you don't match. You don't match. So it has to be you. You match. Okay. Also, what Star Wars shows are you? What Star Wars show are you talking about, Raz? No, no, I understand. Like you said that before that, um, you lost interest in Magic the Gathering. It's just for me, the most recent thing I saw and the one that threw me for a loop. I'll admit, I'm not really a fan of Magic. I think I only play it because my friends play it, and I'd be social with them. Oh, you were thinking about Baby Yoda? I mean, I don't think Baby Yoda's weird. Let me hold on. Razzie, you got me going off on a little side quest. Magic Gathering. New. Laurelwind Eclipse is the name of the newest set. But I want to find... Jesus Christ, I hate looking at it. Why do I do this to myself? Okay. I haven't watched any... Honestly, it's been a while since I've seen anything Star Wars, so I haven't seen that show at all. I forget it, like The Mandalorian, I believe it's its name. I've not watched it at all. I don't have an interest in watching it. God, where did I save it to? I thought I would have seen it by now. Is it personal? I think it's personal. Where are you? Nope, guess I didn't save it. Hold on. Save as... Jesus Christ, I forgot there was an ad. Okay, let me... Actually, I'm going to switch up the music from what I was listening to what we have listened to in the past. Oh, wait, that instantly started playing. Okay, here we go. So, I'm just going to show what I saw and what I dislike here. This thing! This creeped me out, seeing it come out through the door and all that stuff. No, not a fan of it. not a fan of that puppet whatsoever. Back to here. That just no. That was a big note for me when I saw it. I'm like, the art from the set is kind of cool, but that puppet just threw off the whole thing for me. I was like, no. I'm making it a bigger deal than it really is. I understand people worked on it, and that is the kind of stuff that I want to like make and all that, but yeah, I didn't grow up with it either. Like, I looked at the Dark Crystal puppets earlier before I found that, and some of them I was okay with. Like, the ones that are meant to look more human, I was like, no, those are not okay. Those are too clean, too smooth for whatever they're trying to be. So, yeah. I'm not trying to diss anyone's childhood. Like, hey, you grew up with that stuff. It's what you love. It's what you enjoy. And it's a fond memory for you. But, no. I feel like if I was a kid and I watched that stuff, I would have gone nightmares by watching it. Okay, those two over there. Now I need the next body. That's my thing, like, the commercial, the ads, fine, like, it is made really well. Everything, like, made that way looks good. I don't know if there's any, like, CGI or any sort of special effects. I just don't like the puppet. That's my only gripe. The puppet's the thing I do not like. Nope, that won't fit. This one? That might be. That might be it. How's this one? That one does not want to fit. So it's you that goes here. I just didn't grow up with that stuff as a kid, like we were saying earlier, so that's just why it throws me off. I'm don't know why I'm stuck on this subject. I am. But some of the cards do look cool. I don't understand like why people are overreacting on some of the cards. But it's not my main hobby. I kind of realized like why card games I used to enjoy as a kid, but now that I'm older, like, I don't enjoy them as much. And why I've kind of found myself gravitating toward, like, model making and all that. And I mean, art's cool. Like, a lot of art on cards is really, really cool. And there's some amazing illustrations out there. I don't disagree with that at all, Razzie. Like, I haven't noticed that be the case, but there are definitely some games that I have played in the past that they have definitely thrown things in there just to throw them in there. One thing that comes to mind for me is back when World came out, one of their DLC expansions is they did something with The Witcher. and they had a monster. I think it was like the Leshen. Like that was a quest that you could do and hunt that guy, and I thought it was cool. I thought that was a cool crossover, but I can kind of see like, okay, that's something that they've are doing Fortnitification, I guess, with. But I also found out that they do a lot of crossovers with a lot of different gaming companies in general. So maybe that was just a general thing they do. The other biggest part with it is that a lot of people, they like certain themes or subjects. So one of the examples is when all the God of War stuff came out for like Secret Lair. I like the newest God of War games. I went and I bought both like God of War Secret Lairs just because I like Kratos. I like him in the newest game stuff, so that was a demographic to me. They definitely have overdone it on a lot of it though, because not every single one is going to hit with you. I guess they haven't overdone it. I'm just kind of shooting off the hip at this point and saying words. Not that I think they're really connecting or true. But going back to my initial thing is, with like a model like this, I built it, I paint it, it's something that I'm holding that I put together. It's a 3D thing that I can move around and touch. As for like card games, they're really cool pieces of art, but like I can't hold it, touch it, move it around the same way I can with this stuff. And I don't know, it's also very complicated. I like very simple card games. Even though, like, the more simple my rules are, the better. I think the more I'll have fun with it. I think that's why, like, my favorite deck is, like, a Dinosaur Panlaza deck. It's like, okay, my main thing is I just make dinosaurs. I bring dinosaurs out. The only time I notice I don't have fun is when I'm not able to do what my deck does. And that's just more the fact of there's so many different kinds of decks. And so many different things you can do. And it's like, I'm not good at playing the game. I don't understand threat assessment. Just let me make my dinos. But that's just me to bitch about it. Other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm excited to get this backlog done. And hopefully get it done in a reasonable amount of time. Past Swamp bought too many models and did not follow what should be the cardinal #1 rule. Which is, before you buy more, you need to finish what you already have. Oh, I gotta mark the... Put that there. Okay. I realized I didn't have the new playlist of music in. Still the same old stuff. Let's see. Ooh, I did, besides learning about some like other cosplay stuff, I spent some time learning about Trench Crusade a little bit to get more into that lore. Just so I could have a basic understanding and all that stuff. And kind of figure out, like, you know, what faction do I actually like and enjoy in that universe? Oh, do I not have a other body? Oh, I thought I did. Oh. So that was for an either or one? Odd. What, don't bother with Trench Crusade? I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed learning about it and all that stuff. I like the models, which is the hard part. Like, there's some really interesting models that I want to, like, paint up and all that. But I probably should just, like, get those models and just paint them up and have them. Not just get a bunch and all that stuff. Okay. It's not going to be you, because you don't have an indent for that spot. So it's not that one. Not that one. Not that one either. So it's this one. Oh, really? Like, that's their plastic kits they kind of messed up on? Okay. Is that gonna sit? I think that sits right there. Are you talking about the plastic kits or like a resin stuff? Because I heard they came out with like resin stuff. Or not resin, plastic kits. But I guess you could... Both. Okay, both. Okay, I'm trying to make sure these actually line up. I think they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, we'll get that cleaned up. I haven't ordered anything off of like their website. I was tempted to, but there's so much stuff on Etsy that it would be easier just to get like proxy stuff that way. And a lot of 3D printed models look cooler than a lot of the plastic stuff I've seen. Okay, good to know. Good to know on that. That's kind of like my main thing, like when it comes to buying from like models from a company, you want to make sure it's good quality, like all the way through. And I'm sure, like, as They're also using the same AI-powered copyright claim software that GW does. Really? Damn, that sucks. Because I was gonna say my favorite thing, like with hobbies like this, and if I ever like make a tabletop game or something like that, like using models, I want people to have the power to like proxy whatever they want for like their games. Yeah, like I like the quality of these models. The issue is the price, and like I like being able just to use whatever I want. Like I want to get more 3D printable bits in the future. This is going to be messed up as hell. But if I'm like, okay, I make a game, I want people to be able to proxy whatever the hell they want. That, it doesn't look right, but I guess that is right. That feels like it sits so far out from the rest of the body. I'll get the other leg and see what it looks like. Okay, it's not that one. Which one do you go to? I want to find that out before I just move on to the next one. Is it you? Maybe. No, not that one. Wow. Guess it is. That kind of becomes a problem over time. Like, it starts off as a game guy. Like, all companies start off with, like, a game guy. Sitting in the chair. Like, WoW is similar that way, like where it started with someone like that played the game, did it out of love for the hobby, all that stuff. It looks like it kind of work, but I guess not. Wow, I'm not finding that. I agree with that. I fully agree with that. That's why, like I said, if I ever make one, proxying and customization is key to the game. Like, yes, do I want to make money on it? Yeah, I do. And I will have the bits and pieces that you can use. But if you want to make your own, then freaking go for it. Make your own bits. Try them out. See how it goes. Okay, that's not the right leg. Is this a proper... Jesus. This is why I should be using the book and following along. Oh, that's another thing. They have moved away from making things so customizable and just want everything to be the same pieces over and over and over again. Okay. So that piece goes there. One of these has a... It feels like it should be that, but it's not. guess there's multiple kinds of legs. I don't know. Oh, geez. Did they actually... Is that an A in there? Oh, that's an A. Which one are you? You're a D. So D matches with D. A matches with A. Yeah, talk about the things that should be customizable. I hate that GW is doing this. I don't want 10 guys that all look the same. I like being able to swap parts and have each one be a little bit unique. Oh, so what leg were you? Ugh. I am more of a guy that is quality over quantity. This is what I want to be. I want to put out quality. I don't know. I'm lazy at the same time where I just want stuff to get done and be done. Okay. So now that sits there. And that's supposed to be flat. And then D... Nope, not that one. So it is this one. Then 3D print a bunch of shovels and give them shovels. And I'll sit here and I'll complain about my weird Hellblasters. Oh, okay. I just kind of read up your previous message. Yeah, like, from what I understand, Krieg are, like, known for, like, their shovels and stuff like that. Like, that's the meme in, like, the space and all that stuff. Okay. I think that fits like that, and that will be... It'll be kind of flat. Not perfect flat. Take it. No, I did. Miss that part there. Okay. So what? What part are you? You're A. C. Wow, my eyes, I can't freaking see that. I feel like I need glasses to see these little letters. I think it's an F. CC. BB. Okay. I feel like I have A's counterpart right here. Oh, you absolute cocksucker. Oh, that is A. I have AA right there. No, I haven't yet. Oh god, what was the newest one I've read? I think it was Caiaphas Cain was the newest book that I've read. I read, which I've already talked about it once before, was his interaction with, like, chaos on a half-cold, half-hot planet. And he got put on trial for, like, not being around the squad he's supposed to, like, commissar for. I think it's the third book within his series. But yeah, he's, like, put on trial by, like, a fat, pudgy commissar who's, like, really religious. And everyone that's in the court is like, we're throwing this out because, like, it's Commissar Cain. Look at his goddamn track record. He has done more than, like, what is asked of him. Like, he's doing things that are classified, is what it boils down to. So, that's the one I read, and I kind of needed a little bit of an upper in my 40k reading, so... I think that will sit like that. So that actually looks kind of normal. But it's not how that's supposed to look at all. Because I can see through a fucking leg. Okay, we're gonna add more glue and go through with that. I also read Master of Rites, I think, before I went and did Kane's book. That one was okay. What's up, Dead God? I am going through my backlog and trying to put together a bunch of models. I'm getting really frustrated with some of these because I'm not finding the right legs. But I'm working on some Hellblasters. Is currently what I'm working on. Okay, let's find your proper leg to fit in there. I'll worry about you at a different point. I posted in the Discord most of my Space Marine backlog. And kind of why I haven't really done much with or like why I haven't fully completed my Space Marine army. So I decided, oh, there goes that. I decided that I will not start a new army until I finish this one in its entirety. So I will be going and trying to complete whatever 1,000 points I have. And that means build and paint all to the same coherency painting scheme. Yeah. Yeah, I shared it earlier, and I don't mind pulling it up again. Just give me a sec while I get this together. And we'll get that. Okay, you guys stay glued. Oh, I need to rip off this leg now, huh? Cool. I need to pull number C out, but I'm going to pull up the image again. Why did it get so big? Did I just make it? You just saw commercials. Was it the Coke commercial? Okay, I need to delete that because it just disappeared. Or position. I just need to delete that and then redo a new one. Add image. Okay, browser. Jeez. That is far too large. Oh, TurboTax? It is that time of year for taxes, huh? Okay. So, as I showed before, this is most of my backlog that I showed. There are completed models in there. Like, you can see Big Jim is in there. And then I got the competition piece in there, and there are completed parts in there, but it's like maybe 1/16 is completed, and the other 15% is uncompleted. So like I got the Space Wolf box in the back there, I got the Hive Storm box in the back because I'm including the kill teams and stuff with that, and then all those, the green and blue boxes are models that I either need to prime and paint or strip and reprime. Most of them. And then like the ones on the black trays are ones that I have completed or that I've used. So yeah, and then I got a bunch of boxes that I need to also put together. So I'm going to try and get that together. Also, my condolence regarding your governor. Oh, condolences regarding your governor. I don't keep up with politics. I don't even know what's going on with my governor or anything like that. I don't care. That's what I'm at. I don't care at this point. Certainly. Yeah, actually, this is the thing I'll start doing in general, but I wanted to on Wednesdays, if I stream on Wednesdays, or at some point in the week, I want to share what you guys have for projects and all that stuff. So, like, whatever project you're working on for the week, or a project that you got completed, and you want to show it off, send it to Discord, and I will put it in stream. Once enough of them are kind of built up, I'll put it together in stream. But yeah, share what you have for your army, because I'm curious what people have for a backlog, because that's just my Space Marine backlog. I have like 1,000 points. I have like, I think over 500 points worth of Custodies to put together. I have like 1,000 points in Tyranids to put together. I have 1,000 points in Guard that needs to be put together. So that's just other stuff. And then I'm also really itching to get into Age of Sigmar a little bit. But I'm like, I really got to finish up some stuff before I even move over to Sigmar. But it's got a lot of cool models, and I think I'll have like more fun with some of that stuff. Oh, that fits perfectly in there, huh? Cool. So that's what I get for using the right parts. Things actually fit together. Okay, now... Does A fit anywhere else? I don't think it will fit anywhere else anymore. I've glued it so much to one that it just doesn't work anymore. I have to set those to the side. How many more legs do I have? I have B and B. I think that's E and E. So we'll do B and B. Oh, okay. I don't know how many of you guys watch like Roll20 or College Humor or whatever they're called now. But they're like a bunch of comedians and they make a bunch of different little short stuff. They have one that's called Very Important People. And the most recent ones that they're posting out... Okay. Just to, like, summarize it. They came out with a recent one on just like how I complained about the puppets. For, like, the new magic stuff. They came out with a new one. And the makeup and stuff they did on that guy, I hate it. I hate it. They made it a giant man baby. They made a man. So, like, if you ever seen the movie Pinhead, like how everyone has a giant pinhead in that one, take a baby and give it a pinhead. And that's what this person looks like. It's like the average British person. No offense to you that are British out there. You're lovely people. You just have a really bad stereotype. I'll take a look at it in a moment, Dead God. I know not everyone does enjoy, like, Dimension 20. Who thought that'd be a good idea? The idea is just put someone in... No one thought it was a good idea. People thought it was a funny idea. And it's funny because watching her reactions, because she doesn't know what these people look like, nor do these people know what they look like, and they have to make characters for them. It is... I more hate the one that they turn Brendan into. I hate his the most. And I feel for... I think her name's Vic. I feel for her on the show. She's all that. Yeah, we've had this conversation before, I think, Raz. I mean, I understand it made D&D now this whole big show thing and all that. But also, it introduced a lot of people to D&D. And I think eventually, like, how people... feel or kind of talk about D&D. With it being, like, the wokeness of it. I think that was going to happen no matter what. Because it's just a way for people to express themselves. As long as you don't make myself or other people at the table uncomfortable, I really don't care what you do at my table. But I do try to keep in mind, like, okay, how am I feeling? Because if I'm uncomfortable actually DMing something like this, then no one else should be. Well, I think with Critical Role, it started off as a Pathfinder one. Oh, Jesus, my guy. Wait a minute. It's not a big collection. I'm looking at Dead Gods model collection. Ooh. I like your Ultramarines. I'm a big fan of the blue color. So we got the Ultramarines. Oh, we got more I think they're Ultramarines. They don't have the chapter symbol, so I'm just assuming Ultramarines. But feel free to prove me wrong. The bikes. And then was that Chaos at the bottom? Ooh. Got Black Legion Chaos. Awesome Thousand Suns. Oh, that's a good Thousand Suns army. I need to show this off to you guys. Dude, some of Chaos's models look so cool. They look better than actual Space Marine models. Okay, so here's my question, Razzie. What version of D&D do you play? Because I've mostly played 5e. I'm not going to touch the new D&D system at all. Also, homebrew chapter? Ooh. What did you name your homebrew chapter, Dead? What did you name it? Because I'm interested. I like seeing blue and all that stuff is really nice. Oh, you play 3.5. Okay. I've tried 3.5. That's the first version I ever played. I only did like 1 or 2 games with it. It was a okay system, but I really understood 5e a lot more. And it was easier to get people into D&D with 5e. I understand, like, there are people that play for a long time. They don't like the simplification of it, all that stuff. I thought 5e is a lot easier to kind of get people into actually playing. I need to cut that properly and go through from that. 3.5 is far more customizable. I'll have to look through my player guide again and actually like check. I enjoy D&D for like the fun story aspect of it, but I'm definitely leaning toward moving to other systems in general. Like I'm really, I think the one I really am kind of want to move forward to, which is ooh, the Emperor's Right Hand. I like that. That's a really nice name. Never Going Home is kind of the new tabletop system I think I'll be playing a lot more of, or at least running for people and all that. I like that system. It plays with D6s and playing cards. And simplifying the character sheets are also things that I liked. Oh, I didn't even notice that the right arm is gold. Hold on, hold on. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that's such a nice looking model. What did you use to... Okay, Dad, what app or thing do you use to get that color scheme set? Or is this just something someone else made? I mean, that's probably like, what, AI generated color scheme, but it's still good. I still like it. Okay, I'm not trying to ignore you, Razzie. I'm just like bouncing between everybody. If I did have to choose again, like, what to get into for like an RPG, it would be Pathfinder. Pathfinder, because I have the books for that, seemed way more interesting than D&D at the time. It was just, I wasn't sure how character creation actually worked. Now, if I spent some time, looked up a couple videos and all that stuff and how to make it, then I think it would have been the thing I moved over to. Okay, we'll get that one set up. I think I understand why people use the other arms than the ones that I want to use. Yeah, it's all good. If you don't know, you don't know. If you find out, let me know later in the future. Oh. Hey. I do have another body. I can probably see in the image what it says. Maybe not. But I do want to show off. Dude, I love the gold look on your models. That kind of reminds me of like when I first started getting into Warhammer. I wanted to do a thing for my chapter that every time... So like, on my current chapter, to signify like their rank and stuff like that, it's scars on the helmet that are either orange or black. I initially planned on changing it to be like gold and stuff like that. So in the beginning, I initially tried to paint a chapter called the Iron Drakes. They're a Salamander successor chapter. They are green and black. And I figured, hey, to kind of show the difference in Sergeant and everything else, I'm going to do gold helmets. And I'll also have like their shins painted gold, so that means that they did something really like cool. Either they killed a important enemy or they took down some sort of objective. I wanted it to be like every time the Space Marine did something cool, they changed another part of their armor to be gold. Okay, I found the proper legs for this body. But I did not stick with that color scheme. It was... I don't know. I started learning more about different chapters after getting into it. Because there are so many cool chapters and stuff like that out there. I knew the salamanders off the top of my head because I'm like, oh, they're the nicest space marines. Okay, hold on. So, chat, you know how I've been complaining about where my clipper's been this whole time? And I've been using these? Roy, what are you doing? My clipper's been in front of me the whole time. They've been sitting in front of me where I hold my camera this whole time. Rory, what are you doing, Bean? What are you doing, you big fluff? Oh? Oh, you want pets. You want pets. Okay. You can get pets. You're getting all the pets that I can give right now. But I still gotta do other things, boy. Yes. You big fluff boy. I still have to do other things. But you can get this for a little bit. Rory is a dog. He is a red tri-Australian Shepherd. He's a very needy boy. And he wants to come in and socialize. He has appeared on stream before. I really should change the title of my streams every single time. But when I was trying to build a combat patrol or kill team table, he came in and he sat underneath the table, and chat got to see him. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Dead. That's a very good. That's a big thumbs up from me. I've grown up with Aussie since I was either 13 or 15. I love the breed. I don't think I'll ever go to a different breed of dog. They are extremely intelligent and very smart. Unless you live an active lifestyle or have like a farm that they can do a job on, they're not a dog breed for everybody. I just want to state that first. That is very important that I state that. Because some people get an Aussie or a farm dog like that and think that they can be an inside house dog, and they really cannot. They need a space to run or be active in. And you have to give them that. When I grew up, we had at most over like 20 horses on our property. So the dogs were able to run around and get their exercise that way and have a job. They used to go to work with us every single day. So they were able to be around us and we could keep an eye on them, and they learn how to socialize and be around people. Some of them have. We do have a couple that, well, one that can be really barky. And that's just how she is as a dog. It's something we should have trained out when she was a lot younger. I don't live that one. That's my parents' dog, thankfully. But, yeah. My mother has chose to also breed Australian Shepherds, which is why I have the one that I have. Rory is from our first litter of pups, and he is such a good boy. I love him so much. He will sleep in my room, and he knows when I wake up because he will go and jump on my bed. Like, as soon as I wake up, he knows that I'm awake and then jumps and starts, like, getting in my face. And I'm like, buddy, I woke up 1 minute ago. Give me some time to wake up. I don't need you right in my face. And he's like, no, I'm in your face. So, he's a good boy. I love him. one's good. Wait, I only got... Ah, there's the fifth. My camera's flickering, and I don't know why, and it's a little bit worrisome. So, hold on. I'm just reading what you said, Ando. You're theming them all off of plants? Well, off of some sort of plant. So you're leaving it up to us at home to change history and tell you how to paint a model. I know Razzie just sent one. I'm thinking off the top of my head, like, what I consider... What's my favorite? I want to say a lilac. Do like a lilac or something. Or, don't even do a flower. You could do one off of... Oh. I'm trying to think... I'm thinking of trees now, because I have trees that I like more than I do plants. Or like flowers, I mean. I want to say do like a willow of some sort. Or I'm a big fan of apple trees too. Like an old apple tree that's like really gnarly but still produces a lot of fruit. I grew up with one as a kid nearby me, so I have a strong memory of that. But I'm also like thinking what else? But I feel like Razzie has a better suggestion than what I just threw out there. Because they're on theme for like, oh, poison and stuff like that. Ooh, Lily of the Valley is a poisonous plant. It's very similar to a edible plant called ramps or wild leeks. And they grow a white flower with a little red berry. And they are extremely poisonous, and people love to plant them in their gardens, but then they spread everywhere. And then people have to come in and have us remove them. Oh, you also got bittersweet. Oh, I hate bittersweet. Oh, jeez. That's another one you could do. I'm thinking of plants that like people find really pretty or like and end up planting, and that spread and take over time. Ooh, you could do different kinds of mint as well. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna look up what Raz suggested. Ooh, that's a very pretty flower. Oh, I've seen these before. Or at least they look similar to bleeding hearts. It's a very pretty plant. Oh, jeez, get out of here. Why did I get tagged with something? I got tagged all the way up here. Oh, jeez, what are you guys saying? Okay. I will look them up. I was just reading what you guys were saying, and now I'm being told to do this. I will do it. Side quest galore. Those look like a tick. They look like a kind of tick. Holy crap. Like, I was looking at the dried seed pods and it looked like a bloated tick. I need to shut my door. I can hear the music from further. And that is why I shut that. Oh, if you haven't yet, stand up and stretch your legs and all that. I just did. My back is like, woo! What's the color scheme you did for your bud dead? What's the color scheme of those Tyranids? I mean, yeah, the spiky seed pods are cool. They do look, honestly, like, I guess for Tyranids, oh, that's another one that's going to be hard. Like, I think I have a good scheme, but I realize how similar it is to my other one. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Now I'm thinking, like, oh, what if I did a blue body and a green carapace for my Tyranids? Because currently, I'm doing green as like an accent color or the brain bits of my Tyranids. And blue is the body, and then brown is the carapace. But now I'm like, ooh, what if I did this instead? I can show it up on stream if you really want to show them. Okay. I will pop over to Discord and I will save that image and show it off. Once I am done with this. Okay, popping over to Discord. Ooh. Going over here. So, oh, I do remember seeing these. I gotta decide which one I'm gonna show off. I think I'm gonna show off. Oh shoot. Over to images. So this is the first one that God wanted us to show off, or that I am showing off. I like the carapace on this one quite a bit. I like that it looks like water. It looks like an ocean in a way. Like you got the waves crashing on the body and all that stuff. And then let me get the other one. This one's a little bit brighter. And then this is his other one. A lot more pink on the skin. The face is definitely more human flesh colored, which is very creepy. I wish this was layered so that I could actually point on top of it. Oh, that's what I should do. I should get a paintbrush. And that when I get images, I can like click and then move it around and then actually point at things on stream. That's what I'm going to do one of the... Okay. I've been thinking about what I need to upgrade on stream and all that stuff. And that's definitely going to be one of them. See what you said. Water hemlock is the deadliest. By the way, do not eat them. Do not confuse them for Queen's Ant lace. I don't think I'd eat a Queen Anne's lace to begin with. There we go. We got someone to help out. Now, Endo, I know you're not in the Discord, but I do want to see them once you have them painted. I understand Discord is not your thing, and that's fine. If you're on any social media, hell, if you're on Instagram, send it to me on Instagram. I should spend like a stream when I finally do Tyranids. Like I should work on my color scheme because if there was a template like for the Space Marines that I could just throw the colors on, then I would. And that would help me like figure out the proper color scheme that I want to do. Because like I want the skin to go from like dark blue to like ocean teal or like to teal in general. And then like the carapace I want to be green. Like dark green to almost like gem emerald green. What that just... Yeah, man, I mean, no rush, just whatever. We all want to see your work, and we all want to, like, see how awesome it looks. Well, possibly. Honestly, I should just look at like Monster Hunter monsters and kind of come up with a color scheme. I'm gonna look up that image that you... okay. So like, my idea for my own Tyranids... My idea for like my own Tyranids is that they're kind of like the cleanup unit for the Tyranids. They go and attack weaker they go and attack weaker targets. They'll especially attack other Tyranids and like take them and add them to their own biomass. I don't know why I want that to be a thing. I like the idea of just this bug creature. Like, you're being attacked by like one set of bugs, and then another group of bugs come in, and you think that you got some like relief because like this new group of bugs is coming and attacking this other bug group. So like, cool, we're saved. And then all of a sudden, once you think you're all set, they turn and start eating you. I don't know. I like that idea. Just I heard it somewhere that like one Tyranid hive or something did that, and now it's just kind of what I want mine to be like. Also, that is true. Flamingos are only pink because of the bacteria or the plankton that they eat from the water. Okay, does this have the parts? No. I think it's one of these that's going to have it. Yeah. Plankton, shrimp, they're kind of the same family. Okay, that's one there. Yes, certainly. Certainly share your lore. I want to hear it. Okay. Do these go together, or do I have to cut? I think I have to cut the other opposite side out. Yeah, I love learning about other people's homebrew lore. I started going through a couple names in my head, Razzie, once you said naming your Baneblade. I want you to call it... Oh, God. I have the meme in my head, firing my lasers, playing. And I'm like, how can I make that be a pun off of Razzie? You could call it the Razzle Dazzle. Just give him the old Razzle Dazzle. I find that funny. That's funny to me. Firing the Razzler? Firing the Razzler. Okay, Krieger? You could call it the Krieger. No, that's dumb. I'm trying too hard. When you try too hard, you don't come up with good ideas. That's actually... I'm not sure how to answer that. I just think that's really neat. That's really neat. Hmm. Cool. I'll push that together and that will work. Have any of you guys ever gone to like an escape room before? Like I want to check one out just to see like what they're about and how they are. I'm not good at puzzles, so I'm kind of like worried I might get stuck in it for like a while because I can't figure out how all the puzzles and stuff in it. Let's see. Ando said it's a singular hive ship in. So a singular hive ship invaded the galaxy in its own little invasion fleet. It was so small and never got documented, and therefore got an official name. Ah, just like the good old bacteria, sneaking in when you least expect it. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know why, Ando, but once you said that, or like sent that message, my first thought was influenza. Don't know where that came from. It was just a random disease that popped in my head. I was like, okay, unnoticed, unclassified, unnamed, influenza just popped in there. I'm like, why? What? Where did you just come from? I don't think I'm actually going to finish up as much as I thought I would. We're going to be spending a lot more time doing this than I thought. Okay. That one's on. I do want to, for like one of these guys, I want to give him the pistol, but I want to swap out the pistol either for this revolver or clear off one of these. So I made for some friends. I put together the Voten kill team. That was like more the Explorer ones, and I have a bunch of these shotgun bits left over, and I want to... Initially, I thought about using them on my guardsmen or something like that, but I think I want to use these on my Space Marines. The hands kind of fit the same size, and I want to just have this big-ass revolver shotgun on a couple of these guys. I think I'm more of a fan of painting than I am building. Building got me to enjoy, like, Warhammer in the beginning. Like, it was like, oh, I'm building and I got something completed. Painting, I got really hyper-focused on, like, I would spend a week, 3 days to, like, a week on one model, getting everything painted a certain way on how I want it. I wouldn't do batch painting. Batch painting is not a way that I used to paint, nor do I fully enjoy painting it that way. If I can spend like a lot of time working on one model and get every single little bit done in one go with it, then somehow I feel more accomplished, because it's like, oh, I got one done. But then there's like 5 others after that. So just to round back to it, I enjoy painting more, and I can paint, but I do enjoy everything about the hobby in general. Let's see. No, that one I don't think has a good enough pose for what I want it to be. Yeah, it's really just, what do you have attention for? Like, I think at most 3 is what I can do as well. Doing 5 or something like that just gives me a little more. That's why I really like painting characters, because it's one model that I'm focusing on that entire time. Like, you know, talking about this guy. I think I'll have this guy be... No, that one doesn't really fit as well. You might be the one that I, damn, just... I can picture this pose. With, like, the pistol. He's trying to aim it. What is that? What is that AEX for him on? Are you talking about this guy? They're designed by the Hive to take very rich planets. Oh, axe. So, this axe came from the Space Wolf upgrade sprue, and I cut off the Space Wolf stuff besides the runes and design stuff. So, there was like a wolf tail on the end of this. I cut that off, and there was a wolf like head shape on either side. So I just cut that off and scraped it, and then I cut the hand off and I put the axe on instead of a rosette. Because honestly, I like axes more than I do power swords. If I'm going into battle, I am going to use an axe over a sword. Because if I'm fighting someone with armor, I want to make sure I go through that armor. Where'd that arm go? There the arm went. Oh, I feel like it's going to be one of these. I think I'm going to run him as a company champion, or he could be a lieutenant, or maybe I run him as whatever I decide. I have no idea. His initial base was the new like Black Templar battle priest. I think you could run like that as a full melee unit, or have like a sword or your rose thing, and then like a pistol as an arm as well. So yeah. Honestly, there are so many worlds that probably slip through the crack. That happens way more than we realize. Like, there are so many backwater worlds. I didn't really realize how inefficient the Imperium was until kind of getting some, or reading or watching some more lore videos on it. The warp is the worst thing that we can really use to like send supplies through and people. And that's what we use to like send messages through. I didn't realize how bad it really was. Like, messages can just be not interpreted correctly at all if you're an astropath. Like, you could be a really like powerful astropath and like done your job for like decades, but you could still screw up a message, and they didn't need food, they needed an army because they were being attacked by orcs. Like, interpreting messages is so difficult. And then you got the bloat of like just people in general that are like mismanaging resources and supplies and logistics. Like, honestly, as much as I don't want the Imperium to die, it'd be the best thing for it. And I know that's like heretical speak that I'm talking. Understand, I still am going to play the Imperium because, you know, humanity best. But like, humanity is killing itself. I did a think like that on my Chaos. Oh, you did a thing like that on your Chaos. 2 axes, 1 powered, 1 chained. And I like the Clone Wars, so I gave him 2 plasmas like Rex in the show. I haven't watched like any of the Clone War. Actually, correction, I do remember watching the like, it wasn't the cartoon, but it was like an anime. It wasn't anime. It was like a cartoon, but it was like kind of claymation looking. I remember watching that in like middle school, high school, and that did put a lot of background on the Clone Wars and stuff. Because like you could watch the first Star Wars that's like Phantom Menace, something like that. I don't know. It's like whenever, not Luke, Anakin gets discovered on his home planet, you can watch that movie first, then watch all of the Clone Wars, and then watch the second movie, and then watch like the third. I think is how it goes. Ando says, so after the Tyranids did their thing, there was some survivors that got away and tried to report it, but because the Imperium cut all ties with them, they just gave up and told them to go back. Oh! That's not what I want to hear when it comes to, like... Honestly, that is what they would do. Like, you did not fill out the right paperwork, so you have to go back to your planet. Our planet doesn't exist. It got eaten. Does not matter. Go back, fill out the right paperwork. Ugh. What's up, Hannah? Welcome to stream. And having a bedtime recently, but it's good to watch this hobby that we all love. Yes, I love sitting here and kind of just chatting and hanging out and building stuff with all y'all. It's been so much fun. Excuse me. Wrong pipe. Oh, you're looking at this guy? On. I'm good. I swear, I'm good. I just drank water and it went in the wrong pipe. Yeah, this is the initial base. Is like the new Black Templar model that came out. It's that chaplain that can be a melee or shooty guy. So I just got rid of his Crozius and took the axe from the Space Wolf upgrade sprue. Cut off the Space Wolf stuff, threw that on, put on a Dark Angel hooded helmet, and yeah, I'm either going to run this guy as like a lieutenant or run him as a company champion for my Space Marines. So yeah. Also, welcome to the stream, anyone that's new. For those that are curious, I have a complete backlog of Space Marine models. I was going to start a new army, but someone put up a good point that I should finish my current army before I move on to a new one, and they're right. So I'm going to go through and do that, and I'm working on some Hell Blasters also. Ando said, as the Tyranids were leaving, they saw the humans were coming back and decided to stay and wait for them to repopulate. They're farming? You're having them farm them? My guy! Then Rise says, to be honest, there are so many backwater worlds, chapters, etc. because 40k is a kitchen sink setting. Needs a fresh setting without being entangled in other wars, lore, history. Easy war storm stop new place. Yeah. And then Cactus says the fella on the black besides the red bar, but that guy with the axe goes hard AF. And then Razi. So that's the story about the Grey Knights fighting the OG. Titan is a perfect example. Oh yeah, I gotta read that. And then Hannah says, it makes me want to go finish my Dreadnought, but it sucks. I may have to give them all away soon. Also, damn Ando, they're like the dragons from Reign of Fire. Oh, I should watch that. Why do you feel like you gotta get rid of your models? Like, do you think they look that bad? Or is it just they need like a little bit of TLC? I think everything just needs a little bit of tender loving care. And all that. Okay, I should probably figure out which cables go to which, but I'll cut off the rest of the plasmas, and then I should really decide what I want to do for these. I want to do the other backpack cables like I was with the other 5 I've done already, but it could be hard not using the book to line them up properly. Come on, pop off. There we go, there's one. So like 20 years later, they made Planet fall again. So when they got there the humans were freaking out not because of the Nids, but instead because of some random orcs were coming. I feel that. Hannah, I feel that. Hopefully I'm also saying your name correctly. It can be tough sometimes with them. It's like, oh, I thought about like selling some of my models as well that I've accumulated and needing to. I don't think start fresh, just like, oh, I need to like make some room. I kind of need the cash. Like, that's what I started feeling like, but I'm glad I haven't sold my stuff. Okay. Oh, damn. It's almost been 3 hours. Lords. I should probably get some sleep soon. Because I'll probably be up early in the morning plowing snow as much as I don't want to be. You even started making other armies. You've gone really down and excited with it. Your beloved chapter is in low Gothic, known as Space Shocks, but we call it the Shiv for Kakardons for the Red Wake. Huh. I probably butchered some of those names, but that is... It's interesting. I like it. I definitely... with all this potential biomass, they could collect the hive mind, made them stay there, and grab as much as possible. And yes, you're saying... Oh, okay. I figured I was saying your name right, Ando. It's always the new people that pop in that I feel like... what army you want to start then if you're going to start a new army? So that's Dead, I think, directing it toward... Oh, you're welcome. I'm here to hang out and chat with people and have other people kind of hang out and chat. That is what we are here for. I just want this to be a place for people to come and share their hobbies and their interests and just hang out. At some point, I will start making videos again. I keep saying I will. I keep dragging my feet on it. But I'm not just a Warhammer builder and painter. To show off my own little thing, this is fake, just so that people know. I also am trying to make props. And I made this one recently out of a Nerf gun. This is a... I took a Nerf gun, painted it up, and did some other stuff to try and make it look like a bolter from the 40k universe. I gotta do a little bit more to it, but I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy and excited with it. And I'm doing that to... It's going to be part of another... It's part of another project I'm doing as well, because I'm trying to make a cosplay for an Inquisitor. So, that is something I am working on. Let's just get this good cut. Oh, Also, if people do want to share their models and stuff like that, like with me or just with people here, I have a Discord that is in my channel description. It's completely free to join. Does not cost you a single cent. Just go there and share whatever hobby of interest in, whether that be Warhammer, cosplay, reading, writing. I want to see it. I want to read your stuff. I want to see what awesome things you guys are making. So I'm going to just throw that out there. Usually I save it to the end of stream, but I just like to tell people every once in a while. Do. I think after I'm done with the Inquisitor cosplay, I'm going to trying to make some of the weapons from the Monster Hunter universe. That is going to be my next big project. At least cosplay-wise, I want to make some of that stuff. I'm definitely need to work on like some smaller projects though too. I'm slowly working on putting together a workshop for myself, but we'll see how it goes. I think personally I'm going to try finding a job where I live that does that kind of stuff more, so I get more experience with it. Oh, Ando has more lore for his Tyranids. And to this day, they are fighting just about everyone on this ruined planet. The Eldar are on about some nerd stuff. The Dark Eldar are doing their thing, and the Tower kidnapping people, etc. The end. The end. No more lore. That's it. Oh, I just realized a lot of the guns I have there do not have handles and stuff on them. Or their arms. So I'm going to have to find those and put those on. Great. Do. Oh, but I get edited now. Hello. I think Dead just in this Discord, Dead showed off some more of his Chaos models. I'm gonna have to save those for tomorrow's stream. I think I'm gonna do one tomorrow. At least I hope so. Well, good night, Dead. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. Actually, talking about it, I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to go get some rest. It is almost 10 o'clock EST. I think I will stream tomorrow. I'm not sure when, but I'm going to try. And yeah. Lyran is the world you reclaim for the Imperium. Is that a homebrew world or just an in general, like, actual world out there? I just realized that is. I asked that question, but I'm also about to end stream, and I do apologize about that. I'm gonna go through my little spiel and all that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed stream. If you enjoyed the content here and you know want to be more part of it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. If I try to stream at least 3 times a week, Holiday season was kind of rough on doing that. I will try to be posting actual schedule like this coming week and all that stuff. So yeah, if you want to help the channel grow and kind of like see other things upgrade and get better, there is a Ko-Fi account you can donate to. But with that being said, you don't have to do that. Just having you here, hanging out and chatting, just like these fine people do over here, is more than enough. You don't even have to chat. Just sitting back and just want to like relax to the vibe and everything, more than enough. It's what I'm here for. So, with that all being said, I want you to go out there and make something awesome. I know you will.